Hello everybody, what is going on? I'm Joey. So today you joined me here for part 2 of the LA Auto Show videos. This is very cool. It's a 1-to-1 scale Lego Bugatti Chiron. The crazy part about this is how many pieces are actually in this, and not just you see the front pieces, but the entire frame is built out of Legos. I mean, look at the interior. It's just wild. Now, I believe they actually did put a motor in one of these, and these can drive, shown in this video up above, but it's actually pretty cool seeing a project like this, because to detail, it's actually pretty accurate. Now, Karma's a really interesting company because they originally started as Fisker, and then they went bankrupt, and they got bought out, and now they're kind of starting to develop more. And obviously, we have the Revero, which is the original Fisker Karma. I guess this is an updated version. Can't really tell too much besides the headlights, but definitely cool nonetheless. And in this concept here, I really like. Kind of reminds me of this open top original 1950s race car. Gives you lines of like a Ferrari Monza or the new McLaren Elva, but any open top car, it's just super cool. So here's the whole interesting setup, the drivetrain that they use. So basically it's electric, and then they have an engine. It's a really complex hybrid system because the engine actually doesn't power the vehicle, it just charges the battery, so it's pretty cool. And then this is very cool. It's butterfly doors. Reminds me a little bit of a Mercedes 300 SL. Kind of, if you think about it, it's a grand touring vehicle. But the lines are really cool. Unfortunately, though, I don't think this will make it to production. But it's an awesome concept with the forged carbon and all the floating pieces. The interior as well is super nice. Yeah, I mean, just look at this. It's one of the few concept cars I really do like. Now you go from having that beautiful Karma with its simple lines to this. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just interesting. Brembo set up a pretty cool booth here showing all the different kind of brakes they make, from carbon ceramic brakes, to racing brakes, to road car brakes, and just all the different calipers and stuff. And it's amazing how many cars and motorcycles actually use Brembo brakes, and you don't even realize. This Pagani wire here is awesome as well. And then this Energica, I love these Energicas. Basically, I wouldn't say they're the electric version of Ducati. They're not related to Ducati in any way, but they just have that Italian superbike flair to them, which is cool, and they're fully electric. So these are awesome. Now it's Honda's 60th anniversary of being in the United States, and they set up a pretty cool display here showing some heritage stuff. So we got some original Honda motorcycles, these are awesome. And then we got a Honda S600, one of the original sports cars, sort of related to the S2000, but like the S2000, it's very high revving. But yeah, super cool of Honda to set this up, and Honda's booth this year is actually really impressive. Now often most manufacturers don't show their crash-tested vehicles, and here's a crash-tested Honda Civic. The only reason I'm showing it, it's just interesting to see them because you never see crash-tested vehicles. So, as you can see, I think this one's totaled. Does cool booths, and once again they've done another really cool booth. So we got the GT500 behind me, and then what we're gonna go check out is the new Mach-E over there. Now the GT500 looks really good in pictures, and in person it looks even better. And I think part of it's due to all the little details that you don't see in pictures, like the canards here, and that it's not a real vent here, but it's just the way the headlights are integrated, and the hood. I mean, there's so many cool details in this car you don't really notice in pictures, and in person it looks awesome. Obviously no manual transmission in this, so a bit disappointing, but I'm sure they'll eventually offer one. And then check out these carbon fiber wheels. The simple design to them, which I like, but you wouldn't think they'd put carbon fiber wheels on this car. And then the rear wing as well, kind of reminds me of a GT4 style wing. Nice and small, but obviously pretty functional. But yeah, can't wait to review one of these. And then here's the most controversial car in the Ford lineup, the Mach-E. So they're calling it the Mustang Mach-E. No one thinks it should be called the Mustang. However, Ford is calling it the Mach-E because they want it to be known as a sports car. And there's some Mustang relevance to the design, like the taillights. But honestly, I don't know, it doesn't feel too much like a Mustang. Looks-wise, it looks terrible in pictures. In person, it's actually not too bad looking. I don't think it's great, but it's not terrible. One interesting thing is the door handles. It's a little like button you push, so kind of weird. The wheels are actually like quite a lot, and the front end's actually decent. I'm just not sure about the fake grille. Styling wise, it very much reminds me of a Tesla Model X, But the thing is, unlike a Model X, there's more detail to it. Honestly, it looks decent in person. Do I think it should be called a Mustang? No, it's not a two-door sports car, but I still like it, and so I'll be curious to see how these drive. As far as the FCA booth goes, there's not really much happening, but the one car I did want to come to was the Dodge Challenger 50th Anniversary Edition. So you might say it's pretty similar to a Challenger, and yes it is, but basically they're offering these with the vintage paint jobs, obviously the RT Scat Pack trims, you get the shaker hood, but the one thing I really like, can't really see it, but in the headlight they have a 50th anniversary little emblem, but it's hard to see, so cool little detail. Gone with the silver wheels, the wide body, manual of course, and then also gone with the vintage lettering, and then the matte black hood, roof, trunk, and yeah, I honestly think this comes together pretty well. So this would be a cool car to have. This is a cool moving display of the Dodge Hellcat motor. Check it out, all the moving parts. It's awesome. Now we're inside the Porsche booth here, and Porsche always does a really cool booth. They really spend a lot of money on their stuff. And we got to start here with the Formula E car. So obviously I love Formula E. I actually think right now it's the best racing series in the world. If you haven't watched it, you really should. But yeah, Formula E cars are awesome. And actually, they scored their first podium today in race 1 of the season. Now another car I also love has to be the 911 RSR. So this you can see racing in IMSA and World Endurance Championship. So pretty much a GT3 car, but obviously the race version of the 911, and these cars are just so cool, and this generation's just been winning so many races. This is the new one because it has a side exhaust, which unfortunately kills the sound. It no longer sounds good, but still a cool car nonetheless. But yeah, I think the rear end's so cool. Huge wing, open diffuser, awesome. Now another big car Porsche's pushing is the new 718 Boxster Spider. So they put a flat 6 in this, got rid of the 4-cylinder, which I like. And the Spider is obviously, it's a soft top, and obviously the Spider is known for having this famous rear end. So basically you have the 2 roll bars, and it just looks really cool with the top down. Not sure why they have the top up, but so you can see it is an awesome car for sure. Another car I also love is the new Cayman GT4. I love the previous generation, so seeing Porsche bring it back is amazing. And yellow interior is awesome with all the contrast stitching. And obviously, again, they got rid of the 4-cylinder, put in the flat 6, manual only, track version of it. It's just such an awesome car. Now, the one big car Porsche has been pushing massively, and this is probably the biggest car of the show, is the new Taycan. So the Taycan originally was called the Mission E, but fully electric, and it's aiming to beat the Tesla Model S, which is a big feat considering how popular the Tesla Model S is. But looking at the Taycan, I love it. I think it looks better than the Tesla Model S. The wheels are pretty interesting as well. Kind of going for two-piece like Audi does, obviously same ownership. So platform-wise, I believe it's a new platform, but it might share it with the Audi A7. Now, I love the color on this one, kind of going for a light blue. Some people like it, some people don't. This one has the carbon fiber wheels as well, which is awesome. And then the headlights, very thin, and the way they're integrated looks awesome. The front end of this car really looks good. Now, this one here is the Turbo S. Turbo S is obviously top of the line, top speed version. Now, the Turbo S is the fast version, obviously. But it's interesting having the name Turbo S because the car doesn't have turbos, it's electric. But I think it's just super cool. In white, it doesn't look bad. I usually hate white cars, but with the black trim and the black wheels and all the carbon fiber bits, it doesn't look boring in white. So that's a good thing. Rear end's interesting as well. I don't know if I love it or hate it. I love the taillights and the way the whole, the whole roof line comes in. Where I'm not sure is the whole rear bumper and diffuser, because you have these weird lines which they're not vents, it's just fake. And I don't know, the rear end's a little disappointing, but I still think it looks better than the Tesla. So I think these are going to sell pretty well. So can't wait to see these on the road. I'm going to wrap it with the Taycans behind us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content to come. As always, I'm Joey, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.